So here's just another example of why what I say continues to be proven true, that these liberal lunatics have no business walking amongst us in the public. They are that far gone as it pertains to extreme mental illness, right? They're just not fit to be walking amongst us and need to be committed. Look at this breaking. Minneapolis anti-ICE rioters attacked federal officer and one bit his finger off. They're out here like wild animals. And when I call them that, typically people feel like I'm just being, I don't know, shock jockey or something, but I'm not. They keep proving themselves to be what I say they are: lunatics, unfit to walk amongst us in society, and animals. You're out here biting off people's limbs at this point. I mean, look at the cast of characters that we have here who are arrested for this. I, I don't even have to say much. Just look at them. Let's take 5 seconds. Okay. All right. Just they look unwell, to say the very least. To say the very least. My goodness, look at them. Anyways, let's get into this story here and break this down just a little bit. A federal Homeland Security investigations officer had his finger bitten off by a rioter in Minneapolis on Saturday in the aftermath of the shooting of anti-ICE agitator Alex Pretty. In an announcement from DHS spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin, she said in Minneapolis, these rioters attacked our law enforcement officer and one bit off our HSI officer's finger. He will lose his finger. He's going to lose his finger, ladies and gentlemen, because these animals bit it off. Pictures released from DHS showed the finger after it had been bitten off of the HSI agent in Minneapolis. The attack comes as there have been riots taking place in reaction to the shooting of Pretty. The anti-ICE agitator was seen on video in Minneapolis being wrestled to the ground by Border Patrol agents. Several angles of the shooting have been published, and DHS released a photo of the 9mm handgun that Pretty had in his possession when he was shot. The agent who shot Pretty has been a Border Patrol agent for 8 years. After the shooting, rioters have descended to the location of the shooting, erecting barricades as well as attacking law enforcement. President Trump posted about the chaos taking place in Minneapolis, as well as the recent fraud scandal that has taken place. And I quote, "This is the gunman's gun, loaded with 2 additional full magazines and ready to go. What is this all about? Where are the local police?" That's a great question, because the local police are nowhere to be seen ever. Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job, that ICE had to protect themselves. Not an easy thing to do. Why does Ilhan Omar has $34 million in her account? And where are the tens of billions of dollars that have been stolen from the once great state of Minnesota? Trump wrote. And this is what maintaining the chaos in Minnesota is really all about. It's really all about continuing to distract from the billions of dollars in fraud that has been stolen from the American taxpayer in Minnesota. That's what this is about. And that's why people like Ilhan Omar, Jacob Fry, or Jacob Frey, however you say his last name, the mayor of Minneapolis, and Tim Walz continue to inflame the public and actually encourage them to go out and riot and do the things that they're doing, and then not sending the Minneapolis police out to do crowd control because they want it to continue. They need the optics because, once again, it's all very distracting from the billions upon billions of dollars in fraud that's taken place, especially the fact that Ilhan Omar, within a matter of a year, her net worth jumped up from, like, I don't know, $100,000 to, as you can see here, $34 million. And it's completely ridiculous and insane. And once again, that's what they're distracting from. These people are criminals. Now, Trump will go on to say this: "We are there because of massive monetary fraud, with billions of dollars missing, and illegal criminals that were allowed to infiltrate the state through the Democrats' open border policy. We want the money back, and we want it back now. Those fraudsters who stole the money are going to jail, where they belong. This is no different than a really big bank robbery. Much of what we're witnessing is a cover up from this theft and fraud. Exactly. The mayor and governor are inciting insurrection with their pompous, dangerous, and arrogant rhetoric. And that's what I've been saying, and so many others have been saying, because it's very, very obvious that that's what these guys are doing. Now, as we bring this to a close, instead, these sanctimonious political fools should be looking for the billions of dollars that have been stolen from the people of Minnesota and the United States of America. Let our ICE patriots do their job. 12,000 illegal alien criminals, many of them violent, have been arrested and taken out of Minnesota. If they were still there, you would be seeing something far worse than what we are witnessing today, he added. So, as we can see here, ICE is doing the work of removing these criminals off the street, but the real problem is the criminals holding office in Minnesota by way of Ilhan Omar, Jacob Fry, and Tim Walz. Now, if we can remove them, maybe we can make Minnesota great again.